Good morning, everyone. It's fantastic to see you all here. And give me a hi if you're excited to be a part of this CSM masterclass, and get ready to take your Agile project management career to new heights. Oh, yeah. So before we begin, let's kick things off with a fun question. You guys are ready? And please do drop down, if you have any questions in the chat window. Yeah. So yes, while we wait for everyone to join, I have a quick question for you guys. So yep. So here it is. Imagine you're on a deserted island, and the only way to survive is by effectively organizing and managing your limited resources. How would you apply Scrum principle to ensure your survival? So share your ingenious strategies in the chat box, and let's explore the Agile mindset in an unconventional scenario. Yeah, and remember, there are no right and wrong answers. Let your creativity flow and think, please, outside the box. Yep. You have your time. Take your time. Wow. So I'm getting a lot of funny and thoughtful answers here. So I see one from Eileen. So let me share the one that I like the most. So Eileen says, I would create a backlog of survival activities, including building a shelter, finding food and water, and creating a signal for rescue. Okay. Each task would be broken down into smaller manageable pieces, such as gather coconuts for shelter construction and fish for dinner. Wow, it's interesting to see you all becoming creative. And now let's get started. And thank you all once again for joining us today. This is going to be a great session in your learning. Yep. And my name is Divya Sidraju. I'll be your host for this exclusive CSM masterclass. And in this interactive session, our certified Scrum trainer, Sweta Kumari, will reveal the secrets to starting a career as a Scrum Master and becoming a highly effective Scrum Master. Get ready to achieve this in a short span of time with our proven strategies. And today, we're going to debunk the myth and starting a career as a Scrum Master is a daunting task. We'll show you how it can be accomplished efficiently and effectively. And we have designed this masterclass to be engaging and enjoyable. So feel free to share your comments, suggestions, and questions throughout the session. We're here to assist you every step of the way. So do not miss it out. And again, for all of you, just because you're part of this masterclass, we are also giving out a bunch of exclusive free bonuses. But there's a catch. Only those of you who attend the entire class are eligible for these giveaways. First, you get the specially curated CSM toolkit consisting of case studies, free videos, practice tests, collection of most asked interview questions to crack those Scrum Master interviews, and many more. You also get free access to our exclusive tried and tested exam simulation to help you crack the CSM exam in the first go. And last but not the least, you get select 30 minutes one-on-one slots with our Scrum expert, Sweta, to clear all your CSM doubts. Sounds cool, right? But first, let's take a moment to gauge your familiarity with the one moment. So, yep. Got it. So we just have a quick question here. So just wanted to understand your familiarity with the CSM certification process. And please answer the following poll question. So Yeah. Have you attempted any Scrum Master certification before exam? So you have three options here. Yes, if you have attempted the exam before. B, no, this will be my first attempt. And C, I'm not familiar with the Scrum certification. You have your 30 seconds. Yep. So I see a lot of them are okay. So yeah, this like most of the guys for them it's a first attempt, and few have attended, and it's always good to attend the CSM session like once in a while. It's a quick brush through. So I understand that most of the people are familiar with the Scrum certification. Yes, and you have a next poll question coming in. Which Scrum Master certification are you interested in pursuing? You have an option here: CSM by Scrum Alliance, PSM by Scrum.org, and then the next option is not okay. My option is not listed here, and D, not sure. Okay, please select the option that best represents your current situation, because we can tailor the content accordingly during this CSM session. Yeah. So Shweta, yes. So you can have the answers here. Yeah. So I see that most of the people are like probably like interested to like know more about this, and then yeah, and then here you go.
Yep. Thanks, Divya. So, hi everyone. Good morning. I can see that quite a 63% of people have already been certified as an CSM certified by Scrum Alliance, and 50% it would be their first attempt. So, I'm just asking, please keep flowing in the chat section. May I know how much experience do you have while working as a Scrum team member?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
So just answer this in a chat window. I'm just looking at, do you have 0 to 1? Like how many years of experience? Okay, Harry is entry level, only internship. Thanks, Suchit. Tushar, 8 years of experience. How about others? 0, Amit, no experience. Anil, Deepak, 17 years of experience. Okay, Vinod, again, 17 years of experience. So, with respect to Scrum, Deepak and Vinod, you have 17 years of experience with respect to Scrum, following Scrum, or you are mentioning your overall experience? Okay, overall. Thank you. So, thanks, Deepak. So, guys, why I asked this question is just to understand how I should take it ahead. So, most of the people, we have a mixed bag of people, experienced, entry level, freshers, and so okay, sure, Harry, I'll do that. Break in. Yeah. So Harry has asked a question. Can you kindly address the subject for new graduates? We are struggling the most to break into BA or PM roles. Sure. You'll get to know what we are here for and how you can transform yourself. So, this whole class is just to address the concerns, how I can transform into a Scrum Master. I would share my own journey, how I have transformed myself from a QA, BA to a Scrum Master, and then to an agile coach. So don't worry on that. We'll take care of this. So let's quickly get started. So, what is a scrum? We'll get start about flow would be like this. We'll start understand scrum, how we can implement scrum in our day-to-day life, and also how we can transform ourselves, and how we can correlate with the current day-to-day activity, what we are doing with scrum framework. So I'm just gonna establish the correlation and connect the dots so that you understand real time while working. So this is about the recent study. They are expecting 24% of job from 2016 to 2026 would be expected as in Scrum Master role. So I have a follow-up question again. Who is a Scrum Master for you? What do you think? Who can be a Scrum Master for you? Okay, good. Okay. So I would be reading this. So Deepak says anybody who has follow-up skill, not bored of it, not bored of their job, right? Agile practitioner that leads the team towards agile alignment. Great. Harry said that. Vinod said facilitator. Plus, Harry also says a problem solver. Noggies also says facilitator. So, on that note, as all of you, as Divya already said, the expectation here, nothing is right and wrong. It's just about the perspective we are looking at our role. So, yes, a Scrum Master is a combination of all these key skill set. This we say it's a skill set of the people, facilitator, problem solver, who knows agile, who knows a scrum, who can bring alignment within the team. So, guys, I can walk you through with these points, but let me just tell you what I personally feel. When you get in Scrum Master certification, is just you get a knowledge, you get your clarity, your validate your assumptions, who a Scrum Master is. These are transactionals, you what you get from an industry, but as a human being, what you are getting from a Scrum Master certification, you know, you will understand, you will get curiosity to learn more about this, and when you try to implement with your personal life, you would see that you are always becoming a better human being. And trust me, this is I'm saying through my personal experience. The more you get to know people, the more you learn about people. It's you would explore yourself, you will connect to yourself, and that's gonna help you to grow in your job as a leader, how you can grow as a leader. So these are certain points which adds value, getting into Scrum Master certification, which industry recognitions, professional credibility, people would you will stand out from the bunch of people if you have certification, that yes, this person would have much more knowledge on the Scrum framework or towards agility. You also gain trust and build trust within your organization. within your employer's client. So as a Scrum Master role is more about people oriented and trusting each other. It's an approach towards human centric, not robotic. So by doing this, you would learn how we can establish a connection with a human being. The more you grow towards your Scrum Master journey, you can get into agile leadership roles. You would have a continuous learning. Let's say, I would say what works for me might not works for other people. If I'm trying to implement Scrum at my personal life, you might have a different approach, you might have a different personas, different concerns to address while using Scrum. So the more you learn it, the more you explore, the more you experience the Scrum framework. There, you live the values, you live their events, you live the core principles behind it, you will learn more. Higher earning potential, and also once you have certification, you would get into a network of Scrum Master who helps different communities, different peoples. Every country has their own communities as well, and Scrum Alliance is one of the biggest community which serves agility as well. So, any questions so far? These are just simple, uh, I would say, just a sample. What has been so far and what is expected, why we are seeing a lot of growth within this Scrum framework and Scrum Master role. I would address that later. So these are just a projection where we do see Scrum Master job roles coming up, delivery lead, Agile Scrum Master, Agile Project Manager, Agile Delivery Lead. You can also have product manager, program manager, agile coach, automation engineer. Automation engineer is a common role. You can have product manager. You can also have digital transformation lead. Now, quite a few organizations have given a fancy name: agilist, agile evangelist. You can have VP agile, VP into agility, then you can have AVP. There are, we cannot change the organization hierarchy. So they just come up with certain role. So post agile coach, it could be enterprise agile coach. You can also get into life coaching. So there are many things which you can become. You can also become a certified team level coach. So there are multiple certification path also. So these are certain roles. The core is you need to live the values of Scrum. So on that note, what are the values of Scrum? Those who have done certification, I think they must remember this. So guys, who can okay, Anil have raised hand. Anil, any question? Divyam, let's move to the next slide. And
Yeah, and again to emphasize on the same, the slide you're seeing right now, it's a recent study that the job growth. I mean, we found that the job growth rate for certified Scrum Masters is expected to be around 24% from 2016 to 2026. That's a huge number, right? And the average salary that you see, yes, that's exactly the number that you're seeing. So this means that there'll be a significant increase in the demand for CSMs in the coming years. And good luck to you guys if you're giving a thought about it. So, yeah. for those who are aspiring to become an exceptional Scrum Master. So we have our, trainer here, and I'm just not gonna take much time. I was just waiting for attendees to join in so that I can. I mean, everyone knows, who is in the session. So yes, introducing our trainer, Sweta Kumari. She is a CSM certified, Scrum professional. We have a very special trainer for you today, and she will teach you step by step how to start a career as a Scrum Master. And Sweta Kumari is an avid Agile enthusiast driven by the vision of Agile transformation led by various frameworks. And Sweta has extensive working experience across various roles as a Scrum Master, business analyst, market researcher, and accessibility consultant. And her expertise is a servant leadership, I would say, and it's a change agency and entrepreneurial capabilities guarantees her exceptional outcomes. So we're fortunate to have you leading this masterclass, Shweta, considering your vast experience as a CSM trainer. And let's not forget to mention the special freebies we're offering you today, especially the exclusive discount coupon. And thank you so much, Shweta, for joining us today. And over to you.
Thanks again, Divyam. So, guys, let's move to the next slide. So we have a 6 steps approach over here, how we can become a Scrum Master, or how we can live a journey, or you can say how I can personally transform myself to a Scrum Master role. So we'll just give you an overview, not in detailed. Detail would be shared in the workshops. What is the role of a Scrum Master? How Scrum Master provides services to the people? What are essential skill sets? Quite a few have already told me. We'll just validate that. Exploring Scrum Master certification, and later on, Divya would walk you through with the Knowledge Hut advantage. So let's move to the next slide. So usually I'm not too much focused on the PPT. Guys, I'll just share my own journey over here with you, how I transformed myself. So, first step, if you see, acquire Scrum knowledge. So, I started my career as an application support engineer, where I was working on a product. As an SME, I slowly learned the product. Uh, I was just a fresh graduate working on an accounting product. Uh, not sure what to do next. And that time, Agile was getting started with. So, how I started my journey using Kanban, the Agile journey. So, I started acquiring, reading about how we should be effective. There were certain things. Let's be on the next slide, or previous slide itself. So I started that's okay. I started learning what is Agile. So, Agile has 4 values and 12 principles. So, those 4 values, how I can live those 4 values. So, can I know what are the 4 values of Agile? Anyone knows about it? So, I can expect some answers in chats. Guys, no, nothing is right and nothing is wrong. Whatever you know, you can put it. Okay, transparency, inspection, adaption. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, Vinod will, okay. So, no worries. So, it's all about 4 values that they focus on interactions with people, customer collaborations, they want working software, they want responding to change. So these, what you have said is the pillar of no team lead. Okay, people first, running software. Yeah, this is what Agile gives, cater the mindset. So it's about the mindset, and it's collaborative mindset, right? So as I said, running software is working software. So yeah, as I said, these are just shows that you know pretty much how you can lead your agile mindset. So I started from there. Then somewhere in down the line, I was very curious in 2012 that, no, okay, I learned this, but now what? What's next? I need to go validate what I have an understanding. Would be the trainer gives me the similar way. I need to validate my assumptions. Am I doing right? Am I doing wrong? And is this what I have understood the version of Scrum is right? So, to validate that, I went ahead and got myself certified as in CSM, Certified Scrum Master from Scrum Alliance. The knowledge I got was vast, as what I was doing is just an 5% of it. It was not limited to only running the Scrum ceremonies or Scrum events, but it's way beyond it. So, post that certification, post that workshop, you would also land into similar situation. Then I thought, let me implement what I learned from the trainer and then gets hands on it. I started implementing few of the aspect as I was not a scrum master there. So few of the best things there, for example, I would say just establishing a working agreement. One of the piece I took, tried implementing, how I see how people moves around it, how they behave, what is their reactions. So by using this, I gained an practical experience that how I should. Then I also started connecting with people. So, Scrum Master is a kind of role where you need to learn from each other. And I'm still learning. My learning path is not stopped. I am keep doing lot of certifications, and also learning from each one of you when they ask me a question. So Harry had asked me a question when how I can transform myself to get into a BA or a project manager. So Harry, to answer your question is, you when you are planning for a BA role using Scrum, so Scrum, first you gain the knowledge on what is a Scrum framework, what are the different values, and where do you fit. And to become a BA, you must also know the basic skill sets, the technical skill sets, the certain tools which a business analyst use. How do you gather your requirement? How do you create your process flow diagram? So quite a few things. And yes, CSPO, definitely CSPO would help to what s- they would provide you the best practices a product owner must know about it, the product owner tools and techniques. But definitely it also depends upon the domain. Yep. So this is something is all about the domain. You must know if you're getting into a domain, please just start doing that. Then build your professional network and then start applying for the job. So I'll just on that note, I have done a lot of talking. I'll just move to the next slide. Yep, and show you the what how it looks like Scrum framework overall. So it is a lightweight framework and it has three accountabilities: product owner, Scrum Master, and the Scrum team, which we also call developers. this how the life cycle of Scrum looks like. So I'm not gonna put a lot of detail here because this would be covered in detailed into your workshops if you are planning to have, and those who have already attended. So this is just how it looks like. If you have any questions, I can come back to that, put it in chat, and we'll look into that. Yeah, let's move ahead. I'll just provide you, Divya, let's move to the next slide. Now I'm just gonna tell you who a Scrum Master is. He owns a process that we have already discussed about. He or she understands the systematic issues and coach the system. When we say coach the system, it's the whole organization and how the hierarchies is maintained and how the positions, roles are there. So you understand the system of that organization and coach it. You enable the teams, you ensure your team effectiveness, you trust your team. So it's like a coach. They don't play the game on ground, but rather they stay at the back and they just keep motivating their team member. So that's all about. They don't go and start playing on the ground. So you need to ensure your team plays effectively. And they are the true leaders. So what true leader is? A person who keeps others before they think about themselves. So before you think, so your growth is dependent upon your team's growth. The more your team be happy, you would be happy. So that represents a true leader. Let's move to the next slide, Divya. So with Scrum Master, I would say you might have gone through this as well. Scrum Master provides services at three different levels. One, to their team, where they coaches the team member how to be self-organized, cross-functionals, how to establish working agreement, create your definition of done, how to ensure you deliver quality. They also removes impediments or blockers if any occurs, and also shares the importance of attending Scrum events. Quite a few have asked me that if I don't attend daily Scrum, what is the harm into it? So you need to coach the team member why they should attend all the events, how they should behave with each other. So establishing these are certain services a Scrum Master provides to the Scrum team. Now we'll talk about the product owner, what services he provides to the product owner, how a Scrum Master helps or enables a product owner. Let's go to the next slide. Uh, the previous one.
Yeah.
So PO, yeah. So PO by name itself, product owner. So he would own the product backlog. He would own the product goal. It's his ensurement that everyone knows the vision of the product. So Scrum Master helps product owner to build, write, gather the requirement, manage the product backlog, how he should and provide the vision of the product, write the product vision, creates the roadmap, creates a release plan. All those things are Scrum Masters helps provide services. So, you must also have a bit of domain skill set or better understanding or clear understanding how you should write and requirement, why we should have a product goal, why we should have a backlog prioritized. So, Scrum Master ensures that everything is in place. And if it is not in place, he coaches the product owner. So this is again the similar line, helping and establishing empirical process, iterative development and iterative process that we need to keep inspecting and adapt and continue working on it. Yeah, that's now we'll go to the next slide, which just gives you a glimpse of the organization level. So, as an organization, what you do, you drive the mindset, you train what Scrum says, you help team members understand what is a Scrum all about, how you should start living the Scrum values, planning, how we should lead the planning for implementation of Scrum, how we are going to track the maturity within the team, and how we should ensure the stakeholder and the management and the development team developers are in line. They have the common vision, how you can ensure the flat hierarchy is maintained. Yep, those are certain things. And also, if there is a disconnect, how we should behave with this stakeholder, or how we should eliminate and barrier between a scrum master and a stakeholders. So stakeholders could be anyone. Yeah, whoever falls outside the scrum team are all stakeholders. So yeah, Divya, on that note, let's move to next slide. If you have any questions, just put that. So this is just a role of a scrum master. We are just repeating the same thing. Uh, this we have already covered this, the web. So this is how the scrum master provides services to the organizations here. So these are essential skill sets of a scrum master. Many of you have said. So what are the skills a scrum master should have? It's very clear. You should know, you should have a facilitation skill. You can keep changing their stance. Sometimes you become a coach, sometimes you become a facilitator, a teacher, a mentor. You should must understand when you're at a coach level, when you're becoming a teacher. So you must know that. You must understand the process. You are the SME. So if any team have any confusion with the implementation, they would walk up to you. If you don't know Scrum pretty well, you might not be able to help them. Empathetic. It's not about having a IQ, but it's also having an emotional quotient. How you can address them as a human being. So that's one of the great skill set which a scrum master should have. I always call them, a scrum master can be a mom, you know, who can handles all sort of kids, and a product owner is a father who manages the finances needed for their family to run. So now, having said that, nowadays mom and the father both manages, but we are keep changing the stances. So that's just an example I'm giving you guys. Yeah, so it's all about how you can correlate it. And best thing, you can't say that one of your child is favorite. For you, all three childs, if you have three child, all three child should be at the same level. So that shows the unbiased behavior. So these are certain skill sets which many of you knows about it. Let's go to the next slide. Now we come to an end, and what are the exploring Scrum Master certification? What are the path we have for a Scrum Master journey? Scrum Alliance provides a path which starts from CSM, which is nothing but the entry level, where people thinks you have basic knowledge of Scrum. You understand the Scrum framework, what are its events, and then you go ahead, try implementing, and then you see, now I have implemented what I have learned. Then you go to the next level, which is called advanced CSM. If I just go to the next slide, I guess it would be there.
Yeah.
Yep. And Precisely, we have lot of Scrum certification floating across industries, across world. I prefer Scrum Alliance. No hard and fast rule that I am promoting here, Scrum Alliance, but this is where it keeps you moving. It asks you to renew your certifications. They publish certain articles which keeps renewing your knowledge, and they keep modifying the best aspects of it. Now, having said that, how we are going to work with Scrum with AI, we recently had a connect with Jeff Sutherland where he was sharing his thought that how Scrum works with AI and Chat GPT. So slowly, the more the industry advance, you would learn more about it. So it's my personal choice. I'm not saying that your personal choice should be Scrum Alliance only, but yes, it's most aggregated, and because of the modification, the inspection and adaptations they are taking, they are renowned. Let's go to the next slide. Now, so this is the Scrum Master path. So entry level CSM, then you get advanced CSM, and then you get certified Scrum professional, which is the highest level of aggregations. So I always suggest that start with CSM, implement, give at least work on year on 1 year on ground, and then go for ACSM, and then after ACSM try to work for 1 year or 2 years and then come to the CSP SM. So it would enables you with the tools, the stances of Scrum Masters. That is the key differences between the Scrum certification you would have. So if you guys have any questions, definitely Divya would be the best person to guide you how you can enroll into certifications and what should be done. So this is, and apart from this, you have multiple paths. One is the product owner path, which is CSPO, ACSPO, then CSP PO will also have developer path for Scrum Alliance itself. These are the basics. Then you get into higher level, which is leadership roles, which is defined into certified agile leaderships for organization level. Then you have a coach role as well, which certification path for coaches, which I have done. After doing this CSPSM, then CSP PO, I have gone to the next level of coaching. Yeah. So, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in Q&A section. So, these are certain benefits. You would have a better knowledge on Scrum if you go to if you gain certification. You would understand the Scrum better than anyone else. You would have the different mindsets. You understand as a Scrum is based on three different mindsets: agile, lean, and gaming philosophies. So you would have an understanding how you can ensure your team collaborates with following three different mindsets. You would be Your team would be a great team. You work as a servant leader. So now in 2020, they have removed servant leader. Now they call a Scrum Master as a true leader. So you can just say that. And always you would stand out from the crowd. And yeah, most of the organizations are looking for, if you have basic certification done, then they try to interview you. So same thing happened with me. I did had a basic knowledge, but I never had a certification. So they used to ask me, "Do you have a certification?" just to select my resume. So that's something I personally wanted to share with you guys. And these are the, you will get in details, learn about the gaming philosophies, lean principles, agile principles, different terminologies and concepts, scrum roles, accountabilities, and what Scrum framework is all about, and what are the services we provide, a Scrum Master provides to the Scrum team, product owner, and in also to the organization, and what is, who is a Scrum Master. That would be the key answer you will get post certification. And what are the effective tools a Scrum Master must use, and across industries, what are the tools and technologies being used. Yeah. So these are certain things which would happen. You can enroll via Knowledge Hut to any of the CSM training. You would have 2-day workshop. Once you complete your workshop, you would receive an link from Scrum Alliance, which is having an examination link. You can take that examination within 90 days uh, of your training. I always suggest as soon as you finish your training, do it within a week's of time. You will have for a 50 multiple choice question. You must answer 37 correctly to gain your certification. And again, this is an open book examination. You can keep Scrum Guide in front of you. Yeah. So that's something. And once you clear the examination, you will have your certification valid for 2 years. And every 2 year, you needs to renew the certification. So, for example, if you have done CSM, you wanted to do CSPO, you can, within 2 years of time, you can do CSPO. It would renew all your certification. And the other way is keep reading the blogs from Scrum Alliance portal. It would earn you educational units, and then pay a minimal a fee of $100 to renew your certification. So that's all about how the you can gain the CSM certification. This is just in format, uh, uh, how it would be looks like. It's an open book, as I said, 37 questions. You would have multiple choice question based on the Scrum framework itself. So the Scrum guide, uh, which is the latest, most of the questions would be from there. So they are just gonna validate your what you have understood post your workshop. So it's a question for everyone. Why do you think CSM have lot of advantages, but why people are not going for a certification? So yeah, guys, there is a poll. You must answer it. So time and resource constraints is having 44 percentage. So guys, if you want to learn, grow in your career, you are investing time for yourself. That I would suggest. So getting time for yourself is one of the best thing you can ever do. So it's upon people how you want to spend your time. Yeah. So Tushar, Tushar, I see. Is this mandatory to enroll for a training before certification? So the workshop, yes. If your question is about the workshop, without the workshop, 2 days training, you cannot gain a certification from Scrum Alliance. It is mandatory. So we can close the poll, Divya.
Yep.
So if you have cost considerations, please talk to Divya. She would definitely help you guys.
Yeah, like I said, you do have a surprise at the end, so please do wait till the end. So yeah, and we have more questions coming in. Yes, Shweta, over to you.
Yeah. So guys, again, this is one of the mock question. Feel free to answer using a poll. How often should the Scrum Master facilitate the daily Scrum? So mostly everyone have a fair knowledge of Scrum. Everyone is saying 100% once a day. That's right. And what time? It depends upon your team. Every other day, one person have said. So yeah, it the right answer is at least once a day you should inspect and adapt. So let's move to the next question. So what is the maximum duration of a sprint in Scrum? Okay. So few of them have answered 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and so 2 weeks and 3 weeks are not the right answer. Might be your organization is following 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but the answer is 4 weeks, maximum of 1 month. Yeah. The next question: which statement describes the Scrum Master role in retrospective? What does a Scrum Master do during the retrospective meetings? So yes, Scrum Masters facilitate the retrospective and ensures that actions are taken to improve the team's process. And till the improvement item is not closed, Scrum Masters keeps following up with the team. So this is how you would see a lot of answers resembling closest to the right answer, but you need to understand, read the questions, read the multiple questions multiple time and options as well to understand what is best fit and then answer your certification. So this is a very simple question. Who is responsible for prioritizing product backlog? Again, I see multiple answers. Scrum Masters development team. Guys, it has a keyword, product. So simple way to correlate product, backlog. That means who owns it, product owner. If you're doing, that might be in your organizations, or we might have followed in that way, but that's not true. Product owner always takes the decision. He is having a decision making authority to own the product backlog. He can take decisions. Development team only owns the sprint backlog, not the product backlog. So the product owner is the right answer for it. So now we are open for the Q&A. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Or you can drop the questions meantime, so we can answer at the end maybe.
Yep, sure.
But please do drop it in the chat without fail. Shweta, do you see any questions coming in?
Kindly check some messages above. Okay, let me see. So, Tushar, I have already answered. Is it mandatory? Can you kindly address the subject for new graduate? We are struggling to most break into BA and PM roles. So, guys, it depends upon, Harry, it depends upon organization to organization. Quite a few do consider fresh graduates to a BA role. For a BA role, you must have a domain expertise. It's similar like a product owner. So, if you are applying for a particular domain, you must understand that domain. Then only you would be able to crack the BA roles. And there are certain tools and skill sets needed, which is covered as part of CSPO. But if you wanted to explore more, you can go to CBAP as well. So, Harry, if you have any further questions, you feel free to let me know. So, I understand you have earned CSPO. If you are still feeling that you are not able to crack you need any help with the working, like how you can transform yourself, how you can crack the BA role, you can have a session separately with me. Divya can help you with that. I can
Yep.
just dedicate time to you. Yeah.
All right. So please do drop the questions again in the chat box, and we will answer you guys at the end. So moving on. So finding the right Scrum learning partner. So yes, that's where I'm going to help you all. And if you have already guessed it, KnowledgeHut solution, yes, you are right. So why select KnowledgeHut as a learning partner? KnowledgeHut believes and drives all of its training to be, outcome based. If there is no outcome, we are not happy, which is why we make sure we give you everything you need in order to get the outcome desired out of it and at the first shot of exam. Yeah. And so as you see, at KnowledgeHut, we have come up with a perfect program that works using real-time Scrum activities and simulations to get you the best outcomes. We have been working with learners for years to, help them become exceptional Scrum Masters and have a proven track record. So we're so confident in our training program that it will help you get certified at shortest time possible. So yes, it's going to be an interactive session. It's going to be live and fun. Yes. And it'll because it involves a lot of activities and games and role plays and simulation and case studies in between the session. And yes, you're going to be a part of Agile community with a 2-year Scrum Alliance membership, and also you will have exam support, including the 4 mock tests and more. Yes, and yeah, so you will be trained by a globally renowned certified Scrum Master, and definitely you will have the support. I mean, from KnowledgeHut's stellar pool of hiring partners. Yes, you heard it right. So yeah, and you can enjoy the complimentary access to Agile and Scrum e-learning course that's worth USD $300. Yep. So these are the benefits, and this is how the session's gonna look like. Sounds interesting, right? So yeah, and so as you see the number, we're global leaders in agile transformation, and there are thousands of training providers, I would say, out there in the market that promise you the world. But again, they claim to offer you the best training with all the resources you need. However, acknowledge that we not only provide comprehensive training, but also focus on experiential learning and real world simulation. And our goal is to make you an exceptional Scrum Master who can effectively implement and Scrum implement the Scrum framework basically, and guide the teams towards its success. So you can see we have facilitated around like 300 plus agile transformation, and 100 plus years of collective experience in agile transformations, and 250,000 plus professionals have been trained in agile and Scrum. That's a huge number. And yes, 650 plus. Yeah, you saw the right. So it's more about us, and about the agile transformation. So and agile. I mean, KnowledgeHut is a global education alley, and this is a huge number that you see on the screen. Again, 300 plus user groups globally is what we have, and then 1.4 million plus certified professionals across the globe. So this defines a scope of it. And again, a quick reminder, of the giveaways from this masterclass. We'll be giving you out CSM toolkit, case studies, free videos, which includes, practice test, collection of most hours interview questions, and one free mock exam where you have a free access to exclusive, tried and tested secret formula, and exam simulation one-on-one with our expert. The first 10 participants who are active will get a 30 minutes one-on-one slot with our Scrum expert. And if you register with us now, today, we have activated a special coupon code only for you, and will be given away at the end of this masterclass. Yeah. And in fact, our curriculum and content have been vetted by professors from some of the biggest universities in the world, and you have the names right in front, and over 70% of the CSTs across the globe work with KnowledgeHut. Yes, and much of the same curriculum is taught by these professors to their students, own students too. So you will, get an access, like I would say, opportunity to, get trained by the global trainers. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna help you pass your CSM exam in the very first go. And yes, you can see that you will get all your money back, if not then. So yeah, you heard that right. So that's how confident you are, and we are. Yes. So it's going to be more of a live training, where you have experimental workshops, and it's more on the simulations are based on more on the real world. And yeah, you'll have a proper exam preparation. And yes, you can always reach out to our Scrum trainers for any kind of queries or before you hit your certification. So that mentorship is always there. And yeah, you'll be able to join our global network, adding on to 250,000 Agile and Scrum practitioners. Yeah, that has been certified through KnowledgeHut. Yeah, so we have more than 450,000 alumni and 4,500 plus enterprise partners across 100 plus countries. So, yep. And all of our courses have a success rate of 95%. And we have the world's best trainers for all our programs. Every one of our trainers is highly, every one of the trainer, they're highly experienced and at the ground level, having worked in the biggest companies across the world as a Scrum trainer. So alumni with the highest pay package, say any guess, that's USD 5 lakh. Yes. And you can find out the reviews and the love that learners have, have given you access to know about us. So these are the platforms. You can check us on Google, Trustpilot, Facebook, and switch up. And yep, core support. So you know as better before you're in. And here are some reviews from our learners. Here's a few success stories and testimonials that you're seeing on the screen that we have collected over the years. And do let me know if you would like to contact them or any of our other alumni that can be arranged too. Also, for those who would like to register today using the coupon code, will get you a special discount. And there's an instructor, Sweta Kumari as your instructor. Yeah. Cool, right? Similarly, some of the biggest enterprises either teach this curriculum directly or hire us to upskill their employees. So if you get the right training and prepare well, the CSM exam can be cracked on the first try. So we have gone above and beyond to make the preparation as easy as possible for you guys, but you will have to make an effort. Yes, believe me, it's worth it. And if anyone tells you otherwise, just don't believe them. And so what do you think, of our masterclass so far? Did you get what you expected? So yeah, let me hear it out from the chat box. And anything additional that we should cover here, please let me know. And we need your feedback. Yes, it's what we depend on to keep improving and making our work better, so you can get better. So please type in your question, and we will answer them at the end of the session. Yeah. So your part to guaranteed CSM exam success. Yes, this is how it looks like. You will have to learn, study, practice, just get ready to the exam, and you're already there. Yeah. So, yeah. And we have some exclusive bonuses for you. So complimentary gift worth 2150 with the lifetime access to Agile and Scrum, which I mentioned USD 300. And you will have an exclusive discount, which I'm going to be mentioning at the end of this session, which is close to the time. And this is all your enrollment to CSM training. Then again, 30 minutes one-on-one slots with our CSM expert. And also you will receive a toolkit, a complimentary toolkit. Yep. So enroll now. What are you waiting for? So, yeah. So these are the bonuses that you could see. A free gift worth 2158. So we have an Agile and Scrum, and that you can enroll for a month. Yes. So yeah, Agile and Scrum is 8 hours of learning, and you will have 11 assignments and 13 recall quizzes and ebooks and all that. So you can get through those. Yeah. So now is your, previous time. Yes, it's a giveaway time. So you will have a specially curated CSM toolkit consisting of case studies, free videos, practice tests, a collection of most asked interview questions to crack those Scrum Master interviews, and many more. So, CSM Toolkit, when I say that, you will have a free access to exclusive, a tried and tested secret formula, exam simulation to help you crack the CSM exam at the first go, or you have your money back guarantee. So, get up, select 30 minutes one on slots with a Scrum expert to clear all your CSM doubts, and you have a 20% coupon code, which is Master CSM. MASTER CSM, the on the left that you see on the window. Yes. So here's a coupon code, guys, and you can see that the one which is red background, that's the one with the post discount. So you see the numbers, right? So, yep, if you have any question, please do drop in the chat window. And yeah, I'm gonna drop the coupon code in the chat window so that you can use it while you enroll. Yeah, offer sounds great, right? So yeah, moving on to the Q&A, and I would like to know if there are any question. So as I go into the Q&A session, let me remind you that if you want to be trained for CSM, then there are many options. But if you would want to be trained, and have a very good grasp of the concepts and need a mentor to help you, teach each step of the way from applying for the exam, preparing for it, and then passing, through KnowledgeHut is your only choice. So there's no set of eligibility requirements, yeah, to attend the Scrum Master certification course. It can be taken by the freshers and professionals who want to further their career in project management, and deepen their understanding of Scrum. So again, with KnowledgeHut, not only do you get live virtual training from industry certified trainers, but you also get a significant amount of exam support to ensure that you pass. So you will get an access to 4 mock exams and 1 Scrum Lens CSM exam, and more than 20 PUs attending this workshop as well. And we also have a golden ticket here. Since KnowledgeHut is a Scrum Alliance registered education alley, we now have an exclusive access to the Scrum Alliance resources too. You can take the mock test as many times as you want, and then you can get to take the simulator test. So yeah, and our trainers are gonna help you with the application for the exam. So this is a crucial step, as any minor error can lead to significant problems with getting your certification. So we're going to ensure that. And another thing you should know is that the exam has multiple choice questions, true or false questions, basically. So you need to pass with a score of 74%. We are by your side through every step of your CSM exam preparation. So do not worry about that. So with us, you will ace your exam in the very first go to become a certified Scrum Master. So yeah, Sweta, do you have anything to add here?
Divya?
Hello.
Yep. Hey, Divya, can hear you.
Yeah. So I was mentioning about the examination process and things. So 70%, 74% is a score that one needs to pass. So, and also, do you want to add any probably like a tips, or do you want to add any quick info that you want to share with the attendees? Yeah. So guys, please do drop out the questions in the chat window, and I'm gonna, we're gonna read it out, and we are ready to answer for you now.
So, Tushar, I saw your message in the chat that your certification have expired. So, once you'll do any other certification with CS or Scrum Alliance, it would get renewed automatically. As if now you'll not have access to the tools. You can log in, definitely you can log in to the Scrum Alliance website, but you will not be able to access any of their tools present there, or you can read the articles. You won't have that. Limited access would be there. So yes, you can do any certification. You can go for CSPO, ACSM. The trainers would enable that. So basic and pro would Divya would take care of that. That's very specific to KnowledgeHut. Aparna, that Divya can answer that.
Yeah.
And on the chat, I had a question like, how do I need to Q on the Q&A? Sorry. So how to progress, become associate director, have completed PMP and CSM. So guys, it depends. Let's say if I'll just quote myself, I have 12 to 15 years of experience. Uh, so what would be next? I can't start as in, just a Scrum Master. I have already lived 12 years into Scrum Master. What would be the next targeted role? So for that, it also depends upon what skill set I have, what experience I do fall into. So if I have a 17 years of experience, my next role would be kind of associate director or a VP or a AVP, kind of such role I would target. But how Scrum can help, or how Scrum certification can help, is just help you to lead your teams using a common framework, establishing communication framework and other aspects of it. How do you deal with people? So that's just a glimpse. If you need detail, definitely we can have one-on-one session.
Yeah, and Aparna has a question too. So Aparna, we will have the team, and they will get back to you again. Yes. So any other question, guys? Okay, looks like we have answered all of them. So yeah, good time to conclude. And guys, make use of the coupon code Master CSM, where you can avail 20% discount on the course. So you can also watch out the schedules, that's coming up, and it's going to be super fun and interactive session. And we're going to ensure that you're going to get through at the first shot itself with the CSM examination. So yeah, that's on us. And yeah, so thank you everyone for your time, and thanks Sweta for the informative session. So I'm sure everyone learned a lot today, and enroll now and get the discount on all the goodies we are giving away. So yes, thank you again, Shweta, and thanks everyone. So if you have any, you can always contact us, and we're gonna drop out the link in the chat box where you can reach us out, and do let us know your feedback. So thank you again. Have a happy weekend, and cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.